Yahweh Bashem Yahushua puts in his righteous vibration. This is HARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Frequencies, man. That's what they deal with, frequencies, weather control, weather manipulation. That they shoot down, man, for these satellites, man. And actually cause these crazy-ass earthquakes, which is left and right is the most high ultimately anyway, through spiritual demons saying that gave them the technology. John Todd brought that out too, man. And it's not a coincidence why they call it HARP. Mind you, it's High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Where's the F? They purposely took out the F. The F is silent, HARP. So that's their HARP, that's their wicked vibration music on the left-hand side.
It's no coincidence that the United States began building its own mysterious array of antennas in February 1992.
Antennas, yep, frequencies, waves.
They are located in Gakona, Alaska. The project is called HARP.
HARP is the High Frequency Active Auroral Research Project, originally a joint effort of the Air Force and Navy in cooperation with a number of academic institutions.
It is today the world's largest radio broadcasting station, but it's not designed to broadcast for human ears. It uses unique patented ability to focus the energy coming out of the antenna field and injects that energy into a spot at the very top of the atmosphere in a region called the ionosphere.
HARP is comprised of 180 antennas, approximately 72 feet tall, linked together to function as one giant steerable antenna. Steerable because it can aim millions of watts of ELF waves into one tiny patch of the atmosphere.
The amount of energy we're talking about here is 3.6 million watts. To give you an idea of what that is, the largest legal AM radio station in North America is 50,000 watts. HARP is 72,000 50,000 watt radio stations, injecting their entire output into a spot that's about 12 miles across by about 2.5 miles deep by about 90 miles up.
This is where HARP is pointing. It's an area located roughly 300 miles from Anchorage. The U.S. military says HARP is merely being used to study the physical and electrical properties and behavior of the ionosphere for both civilian and defense purposes. But another theory has surfaced. The intense energy being beamed into the sky by HARP is actually heating up the atmosphere, causing weather changes.
HARP is being used for weather modification. The military's own record proves it. They've admitted it within their own...
They fucking admitted it. Esau's the devil, man. Micah 2 and woe. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And they deal with that on the left-hand side, man. These Luciferians, which means light bearer, Illuminati, man. Taking orders from spiritual demon Satan. These motherfucking devils, man. That's why the earth is out of course. You have these apocalyptic floods in Maryland. You had a freaking snow out in Florida. I remember 2 years ago. Apocalyptic fires in California. The people are in a real demonic vibration because Esau is ruling. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous and authority people rejoice, when the wicked and authority people mourn. The whole earth is all upside down, man. Because Esau is ruling.
Documents, and yet they still deny it to the public.
Dr. Brooks Agnew has researched ELF wave technology for the past 30 years and is convinced HARP's effect on the ionosphere does alter the weather.
HARP couldn't affect the jet stream
Joel 9:24. The earth is given to the wicked, man.
directly, but indirectly it could, because if you push the ionosphere out into space, then the stratosphere just under the ionosphere has to move to fill in that gap. When it moves, it could pull the jet stream with it, thus rerouting it hundreds of miles.
Remember, through the spirit, we did the video before with the frequencies, how the certain frequencies cause it to form certain art forms, man. Certain vibrations. These devils are into the left hand. Why didn't they have these celebrities push all this wicked ass music, man? Like Beyonce's satanic ritual yesterday. The fertility goddess, man. The Ishtar performance. That's actually to hypnotize the people, man. The zombies.
Changing the way water moves through our atmosphere.
Water moves through our atmosphere. Everything is water. We were just talking about that. Water's everything.
Dr. Agnew has devised a demonstration to show how HARP could manipulate the atmosphere.
So what we've done is we've got a cloud generator up here. It's an ultrasonic nebulizer. It's going to create real water particles, just like you would find in a cloud. What we're seeing now is we're actually filling this chamber with microscopic water particles. You can see.
It's funny you say just like in the cloud, because a lot of the earthquakes and disasters, you be seeing UFOs flying over it.
It's almost completely filled with water vapor. It's beginning to condense a little bit on the sides, just so that you can see the detail. We've got a nice dense fog, just like you were sitting inside a cloud at 50,000 feet.
At the bottom of the cloud chamber, Dr. Agnew has constructed an ELF wave transmitter, a miniature version of HARP.
We're only using 100 watts. It's perfectly safe.
When Dr. Agnew turns on the ELF wave transmitter and begins shooting ELF waves into the simulated cloud, the cloud begins to move up to the top of the chamber, taking the moisture with it.
If you get down low enough, you can actually see a clear layer above the antenna. It is actually pushing these water particles up, and that's exactly how HARP works. What we've done is we've not only pushed the cloud off of the HARP antenna, but as you can see, our cloud is almost completely gone inside. HARP does exactly the same thing. It ionizes the particles, pushes them out into space.
HARP is one of several ELF wave transmitters located all over the globe. The United States owns and operates 3 of them, one in Gacona, Alaska, another in Fairbanks, Alaska, and one in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. Russia has one in Vasilursky near Nizhny Novgorod. The European Union has one near Tromsø in Norway. Working in tandem, these transmitters could potentially alter the weather anywhere in the world, changing the jet stream's course entirely, triggering massive rainstorms or droughts. Even hurricane steering would be possible by heating up the atmosphere and building up high-pressure domes.
Yeah, that's this devil, man. He thinks he's God. Most High gonna destroy you, devils. Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform the enterprise. The Most High gonna destroy you, devils, man, because he gave that technology to Satan to give to your ass, man. For temporary time to show what happens when the devil rules the planet Earth.
That could deflect or change the course of hurricanes. The U.S. government is firm in its position that HARP is just an atmospheric research facility.
Of course
But
say that.
is it more than coincidence that since going online, some experts have reported strange weather anomalies, including massive floods, hurricanes, and earthquakes?
Yup. Earthquakes in diverse places.
HARP went online in 1994, and construction continued until 2007. There are reportedly a total of 5 known ionospheric heaters, including HARP, in the world today. There are possibly 20 other ionospheric heaters in existence all over the world. There is no conclusive proof that any of them are being used as weather weapons, though they do have the ability to manipulate the ionosphere. And that brings us to something else. December 2001. Scientists at NASA's Ames Research Center in Palo Alto, California make a discovery. In studying more than 100 earthquakes with magnitudes of 5.0 or greater, they find that almost all of them are preceded by electrical disturbances in the ionosphere.
Hey, that's all prophecy too. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence, which is happening now, food shortages and riots in Venezuela, Mexico, Brazil, rape, death, and murder down there, and pestilence, viruses, diseases, and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's also Esau on the left-hand side using that heart. Whether it be Esau through the demonic angels, Satan demonic angels giving it to Esau, or it's on the right-hand side angels doing it. It's all of the Most High anyway. Earthquakes in diverse places.
Could there be a connection to HARP or a facility like it?
Of course.
To say that HARP can artificially excite the ionosphere in such a way to cause an earthquake, well, it alarms me.
Dr. Agnew experienced the power of ELF waves firsthand back in the 1980s. He was hired by an energy company to locate oil and gas using the same kind of ELF waves at much lower frequencies to carry out his search. It's a process called Earth to Mars.
Hey man, these devils, these devils really think they're God, yo. These devils think they're fucking God, man. Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that sayeth in his heart, who shall bring me down? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, that's what I bring thee down, saith the Lord. You have the Star Wars program. These devils have all, they think they're God. They want to manipulate the weather. Esau's feeling himself, boy. And he actually wants to know what's in your mind. That's where that RFID chip comes in. When they chip you, this devil wants to know what's in your mind, like Cerebro and X-Men. That's the Most High. The Most High knows the hearts of all men. The scriptures say that while you go to sleep, he puts your thoughts in your mind of what to do. In your dreams, the Lord does that, man. He has the angels, whether it be on the left hand or right hand, control you in your mind, man. The kings of the earth, he's controlling Putin through the angels to shoot missiles over here and causes Third World War. North Korea, Britain, all these countries to shoot missiles over here in America and put in Donald Eagle Face Trump, man. Eagle Face Donald Trump. That's the motherfucker that's gonna cause a Third World War. You devils, you're gonna go down, man. You're gonna go down, man. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to thy border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee. That's a spirit, because they're going to come against you and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, save the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? So you Rothschilds, you're going to get destroyed. We talk about you Edomites, talk about all you Edomites, but you Rothschilds, you're the creme of the crop. You're the creme of the crop. You on the top. You doing all this wickedness, all this harp, putting all this wicked vibration frequencies with the music. You poison the air with the chemtrails, poison the water, poison the food, poison our children's mind, and adults too. A lot of you adults, you dumb as hell, listen to this goddamn Drake and all that shit. That's how the spirit first rolled with this music. And you see how the spirit just evolves? It just moves, man. The spirit don't